I have a feeling that there's two different types of people who are drawn together, but they feel very much out of their element with each other. I think the masculine is showing up with the Page of Swords energy. They're trying to understand. They feel a pull. So it could be the feminine that's the star. They feel a pull towards the feminine, and she feels a pull towards them. But they deal with emotions, especially emotions, they deal with them very differently. Now, in this case, it could also be that the masculine is trying to understand the feminine is just blocking out communication, or they're not fully expressing themselves because there's the fear of being hurt. There's 3 twos, though. 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, along with the Justice card. So somebody here is weighing out the pros and cons of, I think it's opening up. They understand it's going to take a lot of strength, but not only is it going to take a lot of strength, I think there's some fear that they would be putting themselves under someone else's power if they open up. That causes a lot of conflict because someone here is used to being independent. Oh yeah, look at that 5 of Swords. They really struggle. They really struggle with opening up. That's not their forte. Knight of Wands. This is the wham bam thank you ma'am variety of masculine. So I'm gonna go with my first instinct and say the feminine is trying to get this person to think differently about closeness, about intimacy. Let's see. Clarify 2 of Cups. We got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Cups. Yep. And the 6 of Cups. With Judgment. So we're showing feminine energy that is very confident, especially when it comes to their emotions. They know how to express what they feel, and they're not ashamed to do so. And they're definitely feeling a connection with this masculine. Well, I think the masculine is resisting it. Clarify the Page of Swords. Let's see. Death card. The 8 of Cups. Oof, child. The Devil. With the Lovers. Oh my God. Oof. This card is always so steamy. Oh, this is tough. On this person, on whoever the Page of Swords is, this is tough because they're trying to end a connection with this person. But with the 8 of Cups, it's like they walk away, but ooh, they get sucked back in. They don't even know how. It's like at this point with the Death card, they've just accepted that there's some sort of bond. There's some sort of like a string that keeps them tied together. You know what's coming to mind every time I say string or, you know, things like that? Oh, I forget his name. He was I think he was the Chinese god of marriage, and he would use the red thread of fate. And when he would tie the red thread around 2 people, it meant that at some point they were going to meet and marry. Okay, let's see. Yes, yes. So it comes from Yueshi Lauden, I think, the old lunar matchmaker god who is in charge of marriages. In the original Chinese myth, it is tied around both parties' ankles, while in Japanese culture, it is bound from a male's thumb to a female's little finger. Either way, the two people connected by the red thread are destined lovers regardless of place, time, or circumstance. This magical cord may stretch or tangle, but never break. So, that's just what's coming to mind, because both of these images show, even though these are the rose, I guess I would say the branches, they look more like vines, but it's a rose, so it's a branch, not a vine. Either way, wrapping themselves around this couple, and then here their hands are bound. So it's like someone here is trying to escape, but they can't. I think this is someone who is used to running, they're used to escaping, and they can't. But they're very uncomfortable. They're very uncomfortable because I think this is a place where they're debilitated. So this could be normally this could be someone who's very intelligent, very problem solver, very capable in most other arenas of life. But when you put them into the area of emotions, they're debilitated. They're a page. They're like, they don't know what to do. Their knowledge of this area is very small. Clarify the star. You got the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. The Six of Swords. This is making me think of somebody almost being trapped in a dimension that they don't understand. I don't know. I have a whole movie playing out in my head. I want you to think of it like somebody who is a total businessman. This is somebody who's efficient. They're known for competence, for capability. They're not known for warmth or, snuggles or anything like that. And they're put a dimension that's full of like teddy bears and unicorns, and they are very uncomfortable. They don't know what the fuck to do there, but they also can't escape. So they're trying to figure out how to escape. They're seeing it like an escape room. What you have to do is figure out a way to hack your way out of there. Unfortunately, that leads them to being like, they can be brutal. I think that they don't mean to be, but this is what they think is the solution. Because remember, they think that this is an elaborate escape room. So they put in all this work to come charging in. They may say very blunt, very hurtful things. And then they have to go in and fix it. And then they go into this energy of, okay, now I'm just not going to say nothing. It's a cycle. But what they don't realize is that they are improving. They went from page to knight. They are moving forward because they're learning to temper their reactions to emotions. So somebody here was put in a place to learn to respect something that they know very little of or nothing of. So think of it like someone who I'm a Taurus moon, so I'm going to use food as an example. Food and beauty products, because a lot of people think those are superficial things. So imagine this same businessman being dropped into a universe where you have to learn how to cook food. You have to learn how to create body scrubs and body butters. And this person's like, what the fuck? This is useless. But they can't escape. So they start learning what's behind all these things. And it's like little by little, they're gaining respect for an industry or for an area of life that at first they cared nothing for and they knew nothing about. Clarify Two of Swords. Judgment. Seven of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. I was confused because usually the Two of Swords can indicate denial. It can indicate pushing someone out, but that's not what it means here. This is the first time I've ever seen the Two of Swords. Well, not the first time, but one of the few times I've seen this Two of Swords show up this way. So remember when I said this person turns into this little charging warrior, and they think if I just say enough hurtful things or I just say enough blunt things, the exit will just magically appear in front of me, and that does not work. Because whoever they're dealing with, they come charging in. This person knows how to well, I was going to say deflect, but defend is also what I was thinking. Whatever their plan is, it comes impulsively and they act. This person is a skilled fencer. They know how to defend their point of view. They do it diplomatically, because this is Libra moon. They are clear, but they're diplomatic. They're teaching this person. They may not even realize it. They may think of this person as difficult. This person is so difficult. But what they don't realize is that they are like opening up. You see how it's like, oh, like the heavens opening. They're giving this person clarity that they never knew or were even aware of when it came to this area of life. Because I think with the Four of Cups here, this is something, like I said, that used to not interest this person at all. Emotions or how to deal with emotions was not something that interested this person. And yet with the Seven of Cups, being in this world is teaching them how high emotions can make you. Like high as in, for people who are, most of the people who watch my channel are feminine and they're in touch with their emotions. So they know how high an emotion can get you. And it's like this masculine is learning that. They're learning how deeply an emotion can touch you, even arouse you without ever laying a finger on someone else. And they're starting to get the hang of it. Because the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords has gone to a Knight of Swords, and now they're turning into the Knight of Pentacles. They're still not at Queen level, but they're getting a better grasp of things. They don't feel as useless anymore because they have an excellent teacher, somebody who's fair. Both of these cards indicate fairness, balance. Clarify Two of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. The High Priestess and the Strength card. The Seven of Wands. Five of Wands. Yeah. So they have a good teacher. Because most people would see somebody like this and they might just laugh. Because all this person learned to do, all this person was ever taught to do, was block out emotions. They were probably raised by people who either used emotions to manipulate, to harm, and it just taught them, you know what, just take emotions out because they're useless. They just make people cry. They don't find solutions. It made them think emotions were useless and it's better to just block them out. They're very resistant to them. And some people would just get frustrated, would possibly laugh at this person, you emotionally stunted this and that, and they could go off on them. But that's not what this person is doing. This person is educating them. So with the Seven of Pentacles, it shows someone who takes the time to do things. It doesn't matter if it's indicated here with a child, it's indicated with an apple from a tree that's growing. But Seven of Pentacles is whoever the teacher is somebody who understands that things take time. Rome wasn't built in a day. But with the High Priestess, they know what is behind the resistance. They don't see this person as stupid. They see this person as, that's all you know. Let me show you different. So if this is a warrior dropped into a planet or a dimension that deals with beauty products and food, this High Priestess understands that this is somebody who's not used to dealing with that. So it's not that they're stupid, it's just that they've never understood all the work that goes into cooking. They've never understood why looking your best and feeling your best, your skin, your looks, improves your confidence. They understand that this person doesn't know that. So it's like they're taking the time, patience. They're taking the time to be patient and explain things. They're being balanced. And although this person shows up resistant, ultimately it is having an impact. Okay. Let's see. Let's scoot these up. Three of Cups. The Emperor. The King of Cups. This turned out, this is more reversed. So Four of Swords reversed, the Ten of Cups reversed, and the King of Swords. With the Seven of Wands. Page of Cups, King of Wands. Ay, 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 ay. Eight of Swords. Interesting. So this is somebody who, like I said, with Emperor energy, in other areas of life, they're the top dog. They're the big kahuna. They're used to being in charge. But with the King of Cups energy, I believe that this is somebody who, they're very aware of what they feel. But this is not somebody who feels the need to care about how their actions are influencing other people. And that's where the universe, I think, is giving them a little bit of a slap on the wrist. Like, we're about to pair you up with someone who's going to show you how your actions impact others. It's not just about you knowing how you feel. It's about, are you aware of how other people feel? Empathy, basically. This person is learning empathy. They're learning compassion. They're learning kindness. And they may have already considered themselves somebody who knew these things, but they actually don't. So with the Three of Cups, the person that's teaching them could be a friend, but with the Two of Cups, it's, the lines are blurring. I think if this used to be a very peaceful connection because it was just a friend. It's getting to a point where they can't just sit by and call it a friendship anymore. Because as much as it used to give them joy, the feminine energy is starting to draw boundaries. Because I think this is a king or an emperor that kind of, you know, they're in the energy of like, well, if this, because they're aware, I know this is usually not how the King of Cups is portrayed, but in this one, I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling. If the King of Cups feels something for the feminine and they express it and they just go with the flow, at some point the feminine's like, wait a minute. So is it a friendship or is it a romantic connection? And this may be somebody who starts off with like, why do we have to start putting labels on it? Because they're focused on how they feel, not how it's impacting others. So if they feel good and they want to do something, let's just do it. But they don't want to think about the consequences that come after. It's not because they're narcissistic, don't start. But it's because this is somebody who's a little self-centered. That's different. So it's not that they're aware of the consequences it's going to have and they're just ignoring them. It's almost like they don't even think about how that action or that those words will have an impact on others.